Hello and welcome to SHRM Session 8. In this session, we will focus on leadership, recruitment, and selection. Your learning outcome for this lesson is getting to understand the concept of leadership. By the end of the session, you will be able to differentiate between leaders and managers, get to know different leadership styles, and also learn various characteristics of leaders. Managers versus leaders. The main difference between leaders and managers is that leaders have people follow them, while managers have people who work for them. A successful business owner needs to be both a strong leader and a manager in order to get their team on board to follow them towards their vision of success. Leadership is about getting people to understand and believe in your vision and to work with you to achieve your goals, while management is more about administrating and making sure that the day to day activities are happening the way it should happen. Styles of leadership. There are various types and styles of leadership. A traditional categorization is shown in this slide. Democratic leadership, also known as participative leadership. This is where individuals who would typically be considered unequal by hierarchical standards have shared power in making decisions. Democratic leaders emphasize collaboration and the free flow of ideas. Responsibility is shared among all the members of staff, with the leader present to offer guidance and to keep the discussions balanced and controlled. Autocratic leadership, also known as authoritarian leadership, this style of leadership is characterized by individual control over all decisions and with little input from group members. Autocratic leaders typically make choices based on their ideas and their judgments, and they rarely accept advice from followers. Laissez faire leadership. Laissez faire in French means to allow to be done. From a laissez faire leader's perspective, the key to success is to build a strong team and then stay out of the way. Just like its French translation, which means let it be, or leave it alone, or let it be done, in practice, laissez faire leadership means that leaders leave it up to their subordinates to complete responsibilities in a manner that they choose without requiring strict policies or procedures. Bureaucratic leadership. This is one of the leadership styles postulated by Max Weber in 1947. It is a system of management where employees are made to follow specific rules and lines of authority created by the superiors. In other words, these sets of leaders function based on official regulations fixed by higher authorities within the organization. Transactional and transformational leadership. These are two different categorizations of leadership styles which are prevalent in most organizations. For transactional leaders to be effective, they essentially need to adequately reward or punish their followers according to their performance. Transactional leaders always give and take. In other words, these kind of leaders are most efficient when they develop a mutually reinforcing environment for which the individuals or their subordinates and the organizational goals are all in sync. The transformational leaders are leaders who actually interact with others and is able to create a solid relationship that results in a high percentage of trust. This will later result in an increase of motivation, both intrinsic and extrinsic, in both the leaders and the followers. So while transactional leaders always try to get something from employees by giving them something, transformational leaders always try to get employees to be internally motivated in order to achieve organizational objectives. Servant leadership. This is a more contemporary style of leadership. Servant leaders are a revolutionary bunch. They take the traditional power leadership model and they turn it completely upside down. This new hierarchy puts people, or rather employees, in a business context at the very top and the leader at the very bottom, charged with serving the employees above them. That's because servant leaders possess a serve first mindset and they are focused on empowering and uplifting those who work for them. They serve instead of commanding. They show humility instead of brandishing authority. And they always look out to enhance the development of their staff members in ways that unlock their potential, their creativity, and their sense of purpose. More styles of leadership. With leadership becoming as dynamic as the environments that businesses operate in, there are always newer and more contemporary styles of leadership that emerge. Dominant leaders. These leaders are assertive, bold, direct, and they are results oriented. They are what we think of as natural leaders. These leaders are constantly pushing boundaries. They like to get things done quickly and worry about the consequences later. This style of leadership can come off as a little intimidating, especially if not all parties agree with them. Influential leadership. Influencers are active and dynamic. They are always in a good mood and they always look at the bright side. Influential leaders are excellent collaborators, but they don't always follow through on ideas. Just give them the executive summary, they don't want to know all the details. Supportive leaders. Leaders are agreeable, receptive, and accommodating if they are supporting leaders. They want to help people get things done, but they hate drama. They often hold back when they have solutions to share or something valuable to say. If you're a supportive leader, make sure you are speaking, or the leadership will be very difficult to carry out. Conscientious leaders. These leaders are logical, careful, methodical, and they prefer to work with spreadsheets over working with people. They see details other than miss details. It's not that they are antisocial, but these kind of leaders always prefer to close the door to their office, draw the blinds, and spend quiet time being productive. They need to keep an open mind to new and different approaches. 6 essential qualities for successful leadership. Along with leadership styles, leaders possess certain distinctive qualities that set them apart. According to the driver model of leadership, these are imparting direction, showing respect, being informative, having values, acting with energy, and being role models.